Energy healing is based on the supposition that illness results from the disturbances in the body's energies and energy fields and can be addressed via interventions into those energies and energy fields. Z. Diamond. Book name Pran Chikitsa Vigyan. The Science of Energy Healing. Book introduction. Do you feel low on some days without any rhyme or reason? You realize that you have eaten well, have not exerted much, no particular event, but even then you are feeling low. Well, that's because your life energy or prana are depleted due to some reason. What is pran and how does it affect us? Pran or life energy is bioelectric energy that gives life to the human body. Once pran leaves the physical body, that is the phenomena that we call as death. Pran is the energy that protects our body from illness, provides immunity, and also affects others around us. But surprisingly, we know nothing or very little about it. Spiritual traditions that world over recognize the existence of a subtle field of energy surrounding our body. Our aura is the blueprint of the physical body, and any disturbances on this subtle level will affect our physical being. Healing at this fine level can have a profoundly positive effect on your life and assist in giving you clarity, insight, and peace of mind. Every atom is full of life energy, utilizing which we can do wonders. If we understand it correctly and utilize it well, we can protect ourselves from many diseases and help others to heal as well. Pranic healing, energy healing, Reiki, etc. are different types of methods used to restore our life forces. Glad to present a book that explains the concept in detail. Few excerpts from the book. First, those who study spiritual healing know that humans also exist as pranic or energy body just as there is a physical body, that is Sukshma Sharir. Though it cannot be seen by the naked eye, it is more potent than the physical body. The truth is that the physical body gets energy from the pran body. When some illness goes more profound in the physical body, it involves the pran body and becomes more painful and incurable. Cervical lymphadenitis, leprosy, TB, syphilis, seen in generation after generation, has involved the pran body. Doctors treat the physical body alone, which is not enough to cure the disease. Second, energy or pran is divine energy. To gain it or to preserve it, you have to develop divine qualities. You cannot succeed in energy healing if you live like a normal Vaidya, a term used for medical practitioners in earlier times in India. Third, there is one more cause for illness, and that is unnecessary negative thoughts. Having continuous negative thoughts has a deleterious effect on one's health. Many internal changes occur in the body due to negative thoughts, and these are then expressed as a disease. Fourth, those who practice pranic healing pay more attention to the person's mind and thoughts because the mind controls the body. When the mind is not in balance, the whole body suffers because the body is connected to the mind through innumerable nerves. Whatever happens in the mind affects various glands, digestive system and other organs. All the organs of the body are connected to the brain through thousands of nerves. The nerves carry messages from the brain to the organs. When the mind has positive thoughts, the person's health is good. And when the person is depressed, his physical body suffers too. That's why a person's mental health has to be improved through pranic or energy healing. Few topics covered in the book: pran or energy, advantages of pranic healing, history of pranic healing, pranakarshan kriya, that is attracting energy, diagnosis of disease, treatment of disease, some breathing techniques, self healing, and mental healing.